folks. We're gonna be jumping in right now. Oh, I forgot to turn on the volume. That's great. I'm throwing.
Well,
All right, we're good now.
all right, volume's here, and we're into our first round of Inferno, into the pistol round. Davey looking to directly contest mid. We'll get that immediate kill on a Swisher. We'll pick up that Eagle and try to send some shots down, but something's a miss.
Yeah, Spongy gonna start fighting it. Gonna find one, find two, looking for a third. Might be able to get it. Flom tag down to 15. Finds a third. Davey eliminated. Flom eliminated, and he's on for the ace. JoJo, now last man standing, will be dealt with over at B. And okay.
Clean. Only dropped one. You know, you just lose Swish at the beginning of the round, and Spongy's like, yeah, I'll just get 4 here. They're all just stacked up for me. You know, they'll just, I mean, it was just kind of weird. Mythic was like, yeah, we'll present ourselves one by one, and then not, I don't know, man. It was just, it didn't really look like it was that challenging. So, okay, Mythic, attempt number 2, round number 2, full deagle buy, and we'll be down to $50. So if they lose this round, they will be onto an eco once more. You can tell there's a lot of confidence brewing with the Bad News Bears squad. But Mythic and Flom have to show off their incredible pugging ability on Inferno. See if they can break this map losing streak. Interesting choice to leave the bomb towards apartments here, or towards T-side apps. Considering they do have 4 players chilling, and they will take 2 back towards mid.
Oh, JoJo, what a shot. Able to find one onto Alter. Janji able to find one towards the B site. And look at this. This is interesting. Janji over in church already. Swisher able to find one with the deagle. Looking to opt for the deagles instead of using, you know, the rifles. Because, you know.
Rifles are lame. Deagles are awesome. Oh, oh no. Just absolutely ratting out with the Mac 10, and that'll be good for 2. This is such a weird round. Janji will jump off and get the final one onto JoJo. That'll be 2 rounds in a row. So we will see another pistol round from Mythic, and we will see likely just a bonus out of Bad News Bears. They won't even bother buying real guns. They'll just get some Mac 10s, get a deagle, and they'll just continue to click heads. I don't think they're particularly worried about the threat that Mythic Reborn has on pistols at the moment. So they haven't earned that respect of DMB, so Swisher will be pushing up Banana with a Bison. So to all my Koi fans
good nade
out
damage
there,
though. Look at that. That's gonna be Janji and Swisher caught down below 50 at this point, 50 and 46. Swisher now with his PP Bison. I like that skin, that high roller skin. That's a pretty sick skin. I'll say it right now. My friends got that. I like it. Shots out of Alter, able to find one onto JoJo. Now wrapping around, gonna be looking for one more. Will be able to find it. That's Flom eliminated. And Swisher pushing up with the PP Bison, gonna find one onto Z and F. Adren finally does find a trade, picks up himself a Mach 10. Might be a little bit more of a force to behold. He will be. Swisher eliminate that PP Bison out of the server. Spongy able to find one. Adren carrying everything on his back. Gonna pick up the AK. Trying to find another. Could possibly do it. Gets it, but Spongy ends his life. And Bad News Bears pick up yet a third.
If there's anything I can say about Mythic right now is that in the past like month or 2, Adren has just been playing like an absolute beast recently. Adren has just been like going off. Like return to the pro scene, please, man. I love him. Please, come on.
Adren, we'll see you in EPL next season.
Yeah,
anyway.
Right? Goodbye, both teams. We'll be seeing our first actual rifle round.
Oh, Flom! Such aggression. Not gonna pan out though. That's unfortunate. I thought there was gonna be more to come from that. He did get some tags. Tagged him down to 20. Yeah, but that's about it. No frags to behold just yet. Bit unfortunate he wasn't able to claim those. But the man advantage has been gained once again by the Bad News Bears, proving yet again to be bad news for the side of Mythic Reborn.
Of course. Can't you know? We need more bad news puns.
I'm gonna use it until chat yells at me to stop. Just like how for like when I cast CSA Advanced for Sinners, I keep saying Shock is
that a
making
plug?
shocking plays until he yells at me. Until then, I won't stop.
Yeah,
Let
that's
him know
fair.
that.
So, all right, so we got to set up over towards the A site here. Davey will drop that molly that will prevent the aggression out of apps for now. Dropping the smoke on it won't do too much. I imagine they may re-aggress into this, but seeing this much utility dump, they may just kind of sit around, wait for it. But both sides have kind of worn out most of their utility. There's only one smoke on the side of B&B as a whole. CNF,
they don't need it. Swisher doesn't need it. Okay, Swisher, if you're going to go for the ace, go for it now. You got 4K, you got 20 HP. You're going up against the up. It's a Dren. If you can find him. Okay, Swisher. Swisher, you're just looking fantastic today. Did you know that? I honestly, my lord.
He's looking mighty fine. Gotta say that. All right, 4 rounds. Unfortunate stuffs right now. I mean, I'm really surprised that Mythic decided to start on the CT side, considering, just as a pick in general. It's not their pick, so they can choose their side, and they just choose for the CT side. And right now it's just not looking like the greatest of ideas. But again, hindsight is 2020. So
yeah, definitely. I was joking about Swisher getting that ace, but then he just goes and taps his brain out, and that was it. But we're coming back into it. Looks like Bomb is set up for the B side. 3 players do reside over here. They got upgrade pistols, Deagles, and 5.57s to work with. Initial tag onto Flom tagged him down to 79. But no frags to speak of just yet. It looks like the Bomb may reposition for A. 2 players do reside over there. That's going to be JoJo and Mr. Davey. Going to be looking to try and keep this game alive. Well, PTR going to find one with the AWP, proving to be a deadly force. JoJo is eliminated. The man advantage is gained by the side of Bad News Bears.
All right, now watch here. Johnny is just ready for this. Just begins pre-firing the angle. Flom will go down to it. ZNF on the side of the angle, but it doesn't matter. Johnny has just enough bullets to take off your head. So that'll leave a Dread once again with a Deagle sitting in the smoke on Moto. Maybe hoping to prevent a plant here, but oh wait. Okay, a Dren go off.
All right, it's a Dren's time to shine. He's 22 HP, a Dream, got a Deagle, an AK, and armor to work with, but he's going to be cut out, tagged down to 13, and be eliminated. Swisher going to find him, another headshot to his name, and a 5th round to the side of Bad News Bears.
Yeah, this is honestly a really good test of Mythic at this point, because really so far they haven't really played any crazy teams just over the course of the season at the moment. Their wins are against like Rise and GGPR. Those are good quality wins, but those 2 teams are not on the level of the possible premier winning teams like Bad News Bears. So the gatekeepers of NA not looking so hot at the moment, with Swisher getting a beautiful just kind of shoulder peek in there, a little bit of right eye taken out there. I don't know, that's just unfortunate. And they will be set up for the A site here. Test with flashes are amazing. John G able to get the first one out on the JoJo, and all he got to deal with is Davey and John G with the disrespect.
What is this? Oh, poor Mythic. This was the first Mythic game I've casted. I haven't casted Mythic before this. No. Bad News Bears is just ripping them a new one right now. Flom and ZNF, last 2 men standing, had to find their way back into this round. And Flom will start with a quick frag of his own. Alter will be eliminated. I think the save call will be made. This will be a 6th for Bad News Bears.
Yeah, I'll give them something. They run away with that kill, and they do take 2 rifles out of the hands of Bad News Bears. But their economy is just so far out ahead of where Mythic's at right now. Mythic, they're on the full loss bonus, of course, but you gotta start, taking more and more kills in order to make that worth anything. Because, you see where they're at now. They've got, only around $3,500, maybe $4,000 in the hands of JoJo to really play with here. They could kind of force into this, and it looks like they will. They'll put a couple of rifles in the hands of a Dren. Flom and ZNF will hold on to that. JoJo will buy in an M4. It looks like Davey will have enough to buy an M4, just kind of holding over some residual stuff from previous rounds. So
PTR. This is going to be intense. Finds one, looking for the second. Flom won't be able to find anything. Swisher will eliminate him in a 3 versus 5 remains. Alter watching towards Abs. Might not get the angle here. Davey might here, and he will. There we go. Through the wall, the headshot does come out onto Alter. Jojo looking for one as well. Starting to look to try and convert this. Okay, bud. Okay,
no.
Pete. Right. PT. Dude, PTR just does something every now and then. It's just like, okay.
Show some mercy, and Spongy just okay. Davey went for the pre-fire, you know, respect for that, but Jojo left 1v4. 2 players are super low, so it's not completely out of the question, but you're stuck in mid with an M4 and basically 1 flash, so no utility, no head armor. Not that it really matters in this situation, but Jojo?
Oh, yes. Good job.
On to 1.
Now down to this 1 versus 3. He's got 46 HP. He's higher than 2 of these players, so he does have a possibility to do something, unless, you know, someone comes around with a knob and shoots him. But right now, it's down to Jojo. He's looking to save. He's in a pretty sticky situation, if I do say so myself. Gonna be able to find one. Finds PTR. Now looking for more. Might be able to do it. Finds another, and now Swisher, last man standing, will stay alive with the AWP. A 7th round on the board. Looking for an 8th. This could be the half-converted lickety-split.
Yeah, it's just kind of like an any percent speed run at this point, and honestly, it just feels like Flom is being read like a book up on Banana right now, because he's just every single time they get into a situation, they're hunting for kills, and every time they're hunting for kills, Flom will, you know, they'll try and flash out, they'll try to do something, and Flom will just swing off of the Banana angle, and just as I say that, CNF good for 1, but we'll get traded out.
Yeah, but the second frag does come out from Alter. Flom eliminated. Now a 3 versus 4 remains. Mythic Reborn. It's not going all too well for them.
Yeah, I'll kind of touch on what I was saying before. Like, it's just he's been read like a book.
Nice.
Oh, good shots. Oh, the spam is good though. That'll be rage inducing.
Oh God. Swisher. You don't have to. They're mangling the corpse of a dead body currently. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, Jojo will likely be able to escape with this AK. There is a hunt going after him though, but should be safe up in apps for now. But yeah, it's just like all the aggression plays, all of everything that Mythic is doing. It's just been an easy read for Bad News Bears, and even if they don't get the read perfect, they've just been winning the duels. You know, like they're flashing through. They're getting so many flash assists. Like that's one metric that I'm gonna want to look at after this game is just how many goddamn flash assists does Bad News Bears have? Because they have like they had so many in the last map, and now they're just flash assisting into every single thing. Like it's just so clean. Like they're playing like such a well-oiled machine. It doesn't feel like NA Counter-Strike. It just feels like clean Counter-Strike, like good Counter-Strike.
This is being played very cleanly by Bad News Bears. The trades do come out, but Swisher gonna be there to find one onto Jojo, spamming through the smoke, not gonna be able to find anything. Now Adren with the AWP, looking good. Gonna need it. Adren, are you going to do this?
Oh my lord. I just had Grim flashbacks to Katowice. I just had flashbacks to Grim sitting in pit, just like 1v1vxing there. Like, oh my lord. Gosh. Good job not getting knifed. I'll
yeah,
give him
good
that,
job.
you know?
I'm proud of you. Oh man, like, that was rough though.
Like, you're not getting away with knifing Adren. He's the only player on Mythic who's currently, you know, even. So, if at all, getting close to positive. So, it's a first round. It prevents the 16-0. That's something that you like to see. And there's looking like an A-biased setup here, but it's, you know, of course, there's no crazy strats going on right now. Just tossing smokes, throwing good utility, and just playing off of each other well. And that's really all that Bad News Bears is doing right now. And, you know, as a part of that, like, it's just pushing out, getting the kills, and just playing very organic Counter-Strike. That's really where the meta is at right now, where these teams are just playing into their defaults, and that's how you go. You know, hard strats are becoming a little bit rarer. And we kind of see things calm down.
Yeah, the sea has finally calmed the side of Mythic Reborn. Hopefully they can find a foothold into one of these rounds and really get the train going. The push starting to come on now. It's a solo man, and it's Jonji. He's going to be eliminated. ZNF going to find his head. Going to be the man advantage gained. And PTR on the other side of the site. On the other side of the map will find one onto a Dren. That's the man advantage. Nolan, boy, but JoJo playing a difficult angle. Gonna find two. Spongy good for one. Trades it down to a 2 versus 3. And Swisher in the back line will find Flom.
Well, I don't know if he's aware that there's still ZNF coming in from behind here, but JoJo's in a very precarious position. JoJo has to stay alive. The bomb is down, and that Molly... Oh, yep, okay. Spongy will deal with it. 5 health. Swisher's still on full, though, so ZNF 19 health in a dream, and an M4 in the hands.
Yeah, he's in a very rough situation. Swisher at full HP will eliminate him 9-1. Bad news bears not letting Mythic Reborn get any rounds into this half just yet. Just catching one, but not able to string any together. Bad news bears slowly but surely dismantling Mythic Reborn. It's 9-1, 8 rounds up, and now they're only looking to expand their scoreline. We're looking at almost a repeat of the previous game.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is makes you kind of feel bad for JoJo's too, especially just kind of, you know, especially how much he's been putting in to try and get back into being able to play Counter-Strike, given his shoulder and the issues he's had with the shoulder tendonitis. So here we go.
Oh, ZNF! Oh, ZNF!
Oh,
ZNF!
what happened?
Oh boy! Looking for a fourth. Nicely done. Spongy and Alter will trade it back, but Flom finds one, and now Spongy, last man standing, 1 versus 3. Oh, the round we've been waiting for. Some heroics coming out from Mythic Reborn, and it comes in the form of ZNF.
Now that's the stuff that you like to see. Now if we could get a little bit more of that, inject that directly into my veins, please. I want to see more 1Ds, please. Bungie last alive. They've got the economy to go for this. He's got 10K in the back pocket, so Dren gonna play off contact. Contact made. One down. Spongy traded out, and that'll be a second round for Mythic. So they can still make this a 9 to make this into a 9-7 or 9-6 half, but they gotta earn it. So here they are. They've got some guns to work with. And we'll see another rifle round. I'll cut the sob story for Mythic right now. You know, it has been very dominant so far for Bad News Bears, and it's, you know, of course, we're all sitting here like, oh no, what happened to Mythic? But let's not count them out yet.
No, they picked up a second round. A much needed round. Now they're going to be trying to make their way back in. They didn't string them together, but did get them intermediately, and it's time for them to really start coming alive. Bad News Bears, PTR. Look at this. Just playing oh so aggressive. Well, I'm not sure what's going on here. JoJo going to be able to find 2, find a third, and that's going to open things up for the side of Mythic Reborn, looking to string together a second round. And I'm not sure what the plan was there. They didn't really check it. Now it's all down to PTR and Spongy. Yeah. A very doable round for Bad News Bears because of who's left alive. PTR been looking absolutely fantastic. Gonna find one here on the Flom. An initial frag comes out. Not able to find a second just yet. And Adren is watching the angle. Peeks out. He doesn't have a weapon on my screen for some reason. But now it's all down to Spongy.
Spongy 1v4. See what he can do. No utility. Full health, full armor.
There we go. Davey finishes him off. A third round picked up by Mythic Reborn. Looking to be reborn into this series. Has to find a way back in a desperate way back in at that. Need to pick up the next 3 rounds consecutively to really have a fighting chance into the second half.
To be fair, you know, this is a T-sided map, so they do have the ability to pull this one back if they can get themselves into 6. Otherwise, we're gonna have to see something crazy come out of them. So, you know what? They're just getting warmed up. You know?
Yeah.
Good nade damage. Swisher down to 44 HP. Oh, Janji.
Nice little shots coming out. Flom being refragged and PTR finding one as well. Looking to open up towards this B site. Little do they know, there was a Vanguard in place for Mythic. They had a player pushed up rather far. And now, if they had 2 players pushed up rather far, and now it's down to the other 2 that remain on the site. It's a Dren with the AWP, going to find one onto Altar as the push begins for the side of Bad News Bears. Trying to spam through the smoke, not finding anything yet. Jonji going to be able to find one onto a Dren. Davey going to be spotted out, but he'll find the frag instead. Jonji eliminated. Now with 2 versus 2 remains, it's PTR and Spongy. They're on site, and Jojo has spotted one out. Finds PTR. Now Spongy comes up huge. The 2K comes out, and a 10th for Bad News Bears.
Spongy 2K?
Spongy 2K.
Not bad. 10-3. Mythic had just a glimmer of hope there, but the hard carry of Adren just kind of, unable to make that happen. It was so close, but just the cleanliness of the transfers and the way that the individual level that Bad News Bears is playing at right now is just impeccable.
I agree. They're looking absolutely fantastic right now.
Mythic on a bit of a force. They've only got 2 real guns to work with here, and that gun that's in the hands of Davey is a glass cannon. Oh, and already taking a look at the tag damage. PTR just seems to be the king of hitting things through smokes that you really shouldn't be hitting.
This slow is going to be a little bit more slow. Looking to come into this one. They've got MP9s over on Mythic. They can tear a hole in a body, and Blom's looking to do just that. Going to be able to find one, but Swisher's there for the trade fairly swiftly there. Going to swish on through and find that one. Brings it down to a 4 versus 4.
Swish on through.
Nice. I
Nice.
really want to Swisher look through this VOD and hear that. I'm going to be honest.
That's terrible, but I love it.
I know, that was the point.
Oh,
Swisher finding another at that. The trade does come out onto him. Mythic, Davey, able to find him. Brings it down to PTR and Spongy. The Dren able to find one. Spongy finds the other. Davey finishes it off. And a 4th round is claimed by the side of Mythic Reborn.
Okay, so now you're starting to look at maybe a 10-5 half. Not ideal, but it's workable. It's something that you can build off of, especially considering, I mean, everybody's like, yeah, Flom, king of banana. Well, let's see it, Let's see it. Let's get into it. Let's give your team a chance at a 3rd map. Oh, but this mid-aggression already. Swisher will be able to counteract off the first, so it will be just an immediate refrag, and Alter able to get another. Adren will trade it out with the op. And Flom just pushing down with the MP9. Low in health, but the man advantage is there, and Adren will clean up another. Just one left for the side of BNB. Spongy here to try and pull this one into an 11th, but right now it's certainly looking like a 5th for Mythic. Flom caught out on alt mid.
That's Spongy all alone now. He's in a 1 versus 2. He's got an AK, he's got armor, he's got Deagle, and he's got a smoke to his name. Ooh, he's got to be careful. He's going to need to find this one towards mid. It's going to be ZNF the problem. So's a Dren. The peak starts to come on out, and Spongy is caught off guard. ZNF able to collect a 5th for Mythic Reborn.
Well, there you have it. Bad News Bears coming out fast, strong, and just generally in a very explosive manner. Like, it was just clean Counter-Strike, lots of good flash assists. The utility usage is just like, it's like tier 1 utility usage at this point. Whereas, it's a little hard to do when you're playing, it's a little hard to counter as a team that isn't built around playing in that style. So honestly, if I want to give it anything, I would say that Bad News Bears is kind of giving us a glimpse at what could be the team that moves on into Pro League. If you want to hear my calls, my takes right now as we wait for going into the next half, I'm thinking we see, Extra Salt, and it's going to be in between Extra Salt and Bad News Bears for the Pro League spot,
certainly.
in my opinion.
Certainly.
Because the only other team that can really contest, in my opinion, at this moment, it'd probably be, honestly, RBG, maybe.
Really, RBG?
What's that?
Really, RBG? How are they performing? I haven't been watching them.
RBG's been playing really good and consistent Counter-Strike. They're currently sitting 4-2. RBG is kind of like a pocket Astralis, is kind of the way I've heard. Is they're like, they play a very clean version of Counter-Strike. Their utility usage is clean. The way that their protocols are set up is clean, and it really propelled them in the last Cash Cup that they played. And well, actually in the last DreamHack qualifier, that's what got them over Recon 5 to get them that spot. So I think we'll probably see, like, I think our playoff picture personally looks like probably Recon 5, Third Impact, Triumph will sneak in there. And Secret Club's in disarray after their roster moves, and then RBG, and then High Coast I think is good in their group, but I don't know how they'll fare against the West Conference. But out of the West Conference, I think that the real contenders are probably going to be either I'd like to see Rise do really well, but they're I don't know if they're going to be looking at the playoff picture or whatnot. But Bad News Bears, Extra Salt, maybe GGPR. Well, here we are going into our second half. This is the last chance for Mythic to keep themselves in this series. And we will see Double Flash and a smoke in the hands of Adren.
Oh, look at this.
Swisher.
Oh, God.
Oh, they even make eye contact.
Davey looked at him full in the face, then turned around, but he was refragged fairly quickly. PTR gonna be backing off, doesn't want to fight right there. I don't blame him on that. But it's down to a 4 versus 4 PTR. Now, Bad News Bears on the CT side. Plum able to find one, and John G eliminated as well, opening up that B site. PTR being a gatekeeper now, able to find 2. That's the bomb down. That's very advantageous. Alter dueling away at mid as well. This has turned into the duel for mid, and Bad News Bears will come out on top, claiming an 11.
I don't know why they came back to fight that on mid. They had a completely clear B site. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. They could have just ran and planted that and played the post plant, but, they took the fight and now they're down another round. So now you're in dangerous territory. You don't have a lot of rounds to work with. There's not a lot of economy to play around off of, considering you're already down 11-5 at this point. So you got to work some magic.
Yeah, they really do.
Full Deagles, and this will mean that they will be on a safe if they lose this round.
It'll be interesting to see if they can hit their shots here on this Mythic Reborn side. Bad News Bears buying up. They've got even a mag 7, a swag 7 on John G. Playing over towards B. Look at this, he's playing up close. Do they know he's there?
Oh, the swag 7 coming in. John G just got to be patient.
Oh, they're watching it. Nice. There we go. Flom will be able to find him, but is tagged down in response down to 4 HP. That's going to be Bad News Bears backing off Banana and giving control to the side of Mythic. But it looks like they're going to opt to head towards mid. Alter watching it. Re-smokes top of mid. Now, 2 players going to have to be the response force for the side of Bad News Bears.
Yeah, interesting. Just conceding it. They really don't have the utility to be working Banana anymore, working the B site. So I think they're just going to try and make this work. But I think we'll be seeing a contact play from both Mythic and Bad News Bears in this situation. I don't think we'll be seeing any crazy aggression. ZNF, contact made. And I think that's enough for them to make the call to push around. Bomb heading towards Arch side. PTR though on the fast flank. The players over here are all so low. PTR just needs to make this happen. Alter with the first, Alter with the second, and almost cleaning up the third. But the time runs out. Okay, all right. I was a little confused there. I wasn't even looking at the clock, but there you have it. 12 rounds for Bad News Bears, and
now the 3 away from match points. Things are looking very dicey here for Mythic Reborn here on their T side. Dropping 2 rounds and now possibly a third here.
Yep, and they'll just be on upgraded pistols for Mythic, so we will be looking at 13-5 unless something crazy happens. before we see our first rifle round of their T side. They're making a lot of noise down here, and Janji will get absolutely floored. Great shot from JoJo.
And that's going to be the man advantage given to the side of Mythic, but it's traded back oh so quickly. Alter able to find one on the Flom.
Oh, Swisher.
And Swisher playing aggressively, gonna find one, like for a second, jumps down towards the head of a Dren, looking for a third, gonna find it with the help of PTR, finding Davey. A 13th for Bad News Bears. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. Where did we see that today? Where was that? Oh, it was the Sprout versus Zangal game when Amor was just running down Banana with an MP9 and killing everybody.
Yeah, it seems to be a common thread today, at least. Once you get up to a certain point, though, okay, Davey gonna just take a Dren down to 39 right away, forgetting that he's not playing on a different service. Jojo down to 26 off of the Molotov as well. Both the Dren and Jojo low. Especially for your first rifle round. I mean, you got Janji dead, but like... Oh, the flashes are so good. Swisher with another. Jojo meet Swisher in the smoke. Jojo turning around left and he'll get the second, and Alter with 2 more. VNF and Davey last alive up against 2 M4s and an MP9. Bomb is in the hands of the CTs.
Yeah, this is really advantageous for them. It's ZNF and Davey, last man standing. They got AKs in hand. Alter playing aggressive up here on Banana. Gonna need to find out Davey. He will. The pre-fire is good and finds the head. Looking for one more. ZNF will trade him back. And now a 1 versus 2 remains. Molly comes out. The spread's good. PTR is pushed out of position.
All he's gonna do is fight PTR here.
Yeah, playing up really aggressive now. He's gonna look to fight PTR. Spongy gonna peek out, and he picks up the bomb and runs, and then gets gunned down. 14 for Bad News Bears.
Here you are, death rattle for Mythic. They're gonna have to save.
I think we heard that first map.
Yeah. It's unfortunate is what it is.
It is. It really is.
And it looks like they'll force up around 1 AK here. And they will be in a full loss bonus going to the next round, so they can full buy if they do lose and go to 15 here, but they will be forced up around that AK, Tech 9 in the hand of Flom, and Deagles in the hands of the rest of the crew.
Shots ring out. Jojo tagged down to 61 HP. We'll be playing a little bit more passively. The only AK in the server for the side of Mythic will be able to start things off nicely. ZNF starting with 1 will get traded out by Alter, finds 2, and the trade from Janji as well. Now Mythic now Mythic being hunted down by Swisher and Co. They're kind of just having to hide. Jojo gonna be found by the M4 and last man standing Davey. He's got himself an AK, but Eagle will be found, and match point is achieved by Bad News Bears. 1 away from ending the best of 3 fairly quickly.
Oh boy. Yeah, not much to say. Here you are. This is it. Full buy, all the money invested. Trying to start to cling together anything, something.
Yeah, coming into this now, this is a huge must-win round for Mythic, and then the next 9 as well. If they do want to try and bring this to a map 3, they're playing for overtime, and it's a heavy overtime at that. They've got a lot to do, and it's looking inconceivable to try and bring this back from the depths of destruction and where they sit. PTR holding the angle. We'll be looking for the first here. Could possibly find it if Flom peeks out. But right now, it's being played fairly passively, waiting for a mistake to come from Bad News Bears. Folks come out, and the shot is a miss. PTR misses the first Flom, able to find the first trade from PTR. Does come in the form of a refrag, and the Molly pushes them off the push, and that will be them retreating back towards mid and rotating towards A. 2 players do reside over here. That's going to be that's going to be Alter and Spongy waiting for this aggression to come on out. Shots come out. Spongy finds one. Jojo finds the trade on the Alter. Now a 3v3 remains, and ZNF finds one more. Looking to convert the round into their 6th. PTR and Swisher are going to try and stop that.
Honestly, even despite the way that Mythic is using their utility, good on them to get this execute put together. All they gotta do is fight against Swisher and PTR, but those are 2 of the most deadly names on the Bad News Bears side. So can ZNF collect a few more?
Swisher finds the first. Adren finds one, and Jojo finds the other. A 6th is picked up. The match isn't over yet. And now another round, another 9 rounds have to come out from Mythic Reborn. They do want to bring together a 3rd map.
Well, it'll be one hell of a comeback if we do see it. So this does mean that the economy for the CT side is starting to get a little bit rough now that they are down into, starting to generate a little bit of their loss bonus, but nothing crazy to work with. But they will still be mainly rifles going in this incredible nade damage on a Flom and a Dren. Flom already down to 22 HP and just not looking like a good start to things for them. So, oh dear. Alter just absolutely disrespecting. Flom will refrag out and get Janji.
Swisher finds one as well as they start to head towards this B site. Swisher gonna have to be the man with the plan to stop any attack that does come his way. But it looks like they're gonna be backing off and heading towards mid, which might not be the best decision to come into it. No, there we go. It looks like they're gonna commit to banana.
All right, Swisher 1v3. Oh, 2v3. He's got the op on his side with PTR on his side. So the deadliest duo on the side of Bad News Bears up against the 3 remaining players from Mythic. PTR going to just work his way up. Good for the first on a Jojo. No peek off the flash. Swisher gonna clean up Adren, and Swisher's gonna clean up Flom. And we will see Mythic go down. Bad News Bears take the series 2-0.
Yeah, that was rough for the side of Mythic. I'm not sure what to make of that, I'll be completely honest. Mythic just couldn't seem to put things together against the side of Bad News Bears. Bad News Bears looked absolutely fantastic today, and it's always a pleasure to see them play. Swisher did an absolutely fantastic job, along with PTR, absolutely proving himself that he has still got a lot of life, and he's really fragging out like a madman, and I absolutely love to see it. Anyway, do you have any closing thoughts?
Honestly, it just comes down to Bad News Bears being just an incredibly clean team. If you notice, they never played any situations where they were peeking angles in like solo situations. There was always like a person following up with a flashbang, somebody helping assist them make those plays so that they aren't just dry peeking everything. And that's really the difference between a team that pugs games and a team that is playing to get into Pro League.
Yes.
So of course, that isn't the whole point of Mythic, so don't quote me as being so insanely harsh on Mythic there. But it's just I see it as a great sign for a team that's going to come out of NA and do incredible things for the scene and represent the region well. So we'll be looking forward to some crazier matchups later in the season as we go into playoffs. And as of last week, both Bad News Bears and Extra Salt have clinched their playoff berths. So with that, I believe we will bid you adieu and say have a good night.
I hope you guys have a good one. Please be sure to follow us on Twitter. You can follow this Twitch as well. It helps me out. You can help him out by following him on Twitter. He's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, that'll be it. We'll see you guys next time.